Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Parkside Cabin Rentals. There's not much prettier time to be in the Smokies than in the fall. And if you are headed to Sevier County, turn to Parkside Cabin Rentals. All kinds of cabin layouts, big to small, fireplaces, hot tubs, pool tables, all kinds of entertainment inside the cabins. Plus, if you go with Parkside Cabin Rentals, whenever you go into downtown Gatlinburg, they got free parking for you. Parkside Cabin Rentals, you see the website right there. Check it out this week. And now check out these VFLs that we're adding to the panel. We got Jimmy, we got Will, but then down there, VFLs Daniel Hood and Sterling Hinton.
Yes, sir.
Our usual Dubs have to share it's so good this week. Yep. We're changing it up. We're not even going to do downs. We're just going to do 5 up. And my Vultures get to be nice this week, too.
We got a nice white jacket on this week, baby. You don't get the black off. We get the white jacket on.
All right. Well, I mean, how often do Vol fans had a chance to enjoy a butt kicking like that in the last few years? So we'll let them enjoy it. All right, up number 5. Will, is that you?
Darrell Taylor, yeah. I mean, yesterday, big plays, those third downs, being able to get the sack on third and longs. He looked quicker side to side yesterday than he has all year. I think for whatever reason this year he hadn't looked as quick, but yesterday he looked like he was back to shape and form. And then he had 2 pass breakups. He got his hand in the way. So, I mean, 4 huge plays that really contributed to South Carolina's problems of staying on the field and being able to get off. So he did a great job yesterday.
4 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 PBUs. Very good. All right, number 4 up.
Got to go with Marquez Callaway. You know, you look at it, he had a second over 100-yard receiving game today. We all know the return that he had for a touchdown as well, but he's been playing great. The couple of catches that he had, I think he's got probably the widest catch radius of any receiver we've had in a long time.
Yeah, and Garantano hit him on a deep ball that if he'd hit him in stride, he would have had another touchdown.
Yep.
It was a 48-yard gain, I guess, to open up the second half. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah. And would have been even longer if Garantano could have hit him could have led him just a little bit more. All right, Taylor's number 5, Callaway's number 4. Who's number 3?
The QBs, baby. 3 is me, baby. The QBs. I mean, the play by Jared Garantano to show his resiliency. That's what everybody spoke about last week, and the way that JT Stroud played. I mean, that was awesome. And that talking about sacrificing your body for the program, I'm talking Jared Garantano scrambling to the right, throwing to the left, and Jennings making that touchdown catch. That's what I'm talking about. Quarterbacks doing their thing yesterday.
That was 2 guys who knew they were going to get killed, and they both made the play.
Sacrificing their body.
That was impressive because he hung it up there, but he waited till the last second to put it up before he got creamed.
Absolutely.
And then Jennings got clocked right at the back line of the end zone. Yeah. It was a legal hit, but that was a brutal hit. That was one of the best catches. Now, Carolina kid.
That was a catch.
But he wasn't getting killed the way Jennings was getting killed. I don't know which is tougher there. All right, who is the number 2 up? Who wants that?
It's Batuli. I mean, I think we are going to say that the guy has come along, and I think what we talked about, how the defense has gotten better, them not lining up incorrect. Batuli, since he's gotten back, that's decreased. I think what you saw yesterday, a guy had a knee injury, and I think that knee injury's finally gotten him back to form. So he's playing lights out on the run, but yesterday on the pass, he broke up a number of passes. He was a great player overall.
It's just making smart plays too. You know, they looked like they were in the punt safe. Still comes out, jumps, and still able to get it. It was incredible.
He made some good goal line tackles too. Yeah. Even though a guy got in, he made some nice stops down there.
15 tackles overall, 11 in the first half. 1 tackle for loss, 1 pass breakup, the block punt, and the scoop and score off of it. That's about an all. So if that doesn't get you the number 1 up, somebody had to have one heck of a day. Jimmy, who was number 1?
Jauan Jennings. He's now 1-0 as a starting quarterback. Yeah. That's pretty good. 7 catches, and he had a couple of touchdowns. He broke tackles. He broke 3 tackles on one of his touchdown scores, and he was just tremendous. And then after the game, it's almost like the players, his teammates, talk of him in these reverent tones about how his energy rubs off on him. And I think it was Trey Smith that called him a dog. For anybody over 50, that's a compliment. Okay. But he was very impressed with him, and just I thought Jennings was fantastic. That guy can play in the NFL. He doesn't have the greatest speed, but he can play in the NFL.
The interesting thing about him, and I love redemption stories, the Garantano angle. The Jennings thing, a lot of people are like, can you believe the last staff had him off the team? Well, here's the thing. If you put up a social media post where you're throwing F-bombs at the school and the coaches, most coaching staffs are going to throw you off that team. The fact that he went from there all the way back to reliable team leader. He talked like he was going to be the team leader, and he's backing it up week after week. That's a heck of a story. That's one that goes in the long. That's what makes you a guy that people talk about at UT for 20 years. You know, people always say, "Oh, remember Juwan Jennings?" Those are the types of things. You come from here, you go here. That's a great story.
I think two other things. You got to give a special mention to Jim Chaney. You know, if you look at Juwan Jennings and you look at Callaway, both of them combined last year, I believe, had one or two 100-yard games combined. This year, Juwan's had 3. Callaway's had 2. You know, Chaney's offense is able to get those playmakers the ball a little more.
And I think also I'm going to give credit to Jeremy Pruitt for, I think, learning what he needed to do this year, and that is I'm going to let the offense run itself, and I'm going to get somebody I trust to do it. No, seriously, he was all over Helton's shoulder last year. Whether Helton needed that or not, I don't think it was good, But with Chaney, it's a different deal. So I give Pruitt some credit for bringing Chaney in. Khalil McKenzie had a great tweet yesterday. I don't know for those who saw it about Juwan Jennings and the day he had. It says, "Can't wait to coach up little white kids named Juwan in 10 to 15 years in Tennessee." Just as everybody names their kids Peyton, they're going to name their kids Juwan after that performance yesterday. Love that from Khalil McKenzie. All right. I'll tell you something else. We usually have a segment called Second Guessing. Yeah, we're not going to do that today either. What are you going to second guess? It was a big win, great win. So instead, we're going to rank the positive signs. We're going to go inside the numbers, some things that are trending UT's way. Which are the best signs going into November? That's next. Come on back.